In the shadows of ancient temples, under the flickering light of candles, a secret has been passed down through generations. It is the principle of mind, the first pillar of Hermetic knowledge, where Hermes Trismegistus, the legendary sage, proclaimed, "All is mind, the universe is mental. Reality is not what you see, but what you think." This principle is not merely a philosophical concept. It is a key leading to the Temple of Mysteries, where ancient masters believed that mastering the mind was equivalent to mastering reality. Imagine a cosmic mind, vast as the ocean, tranquil yet full of power. From this, everything arises: brilliant stars, orbiting planets, and even our seemingly insignificant lives. In the Hermetic worldview, the universe is not a static entity. It is a living idea, an infinite thought of the supreme mind. It is said that Hermes Trismegistus pierced through the veil of the universe. In a moment of enlightenment, he declared, "What is outside is merely a reflection of what is inside. What is above is also what is below." The principle of mind also carries a profound spiritual message. It reminds us that everything, from the smallest actions to cosmic phenomena, originates from thought and consciousness. In ancient texts, the Emerald Tablet describes, "All things are created by the great mind. He who masters thought holds the key to creation." From a spiritual perspective, this means you are not an isolated individual in a vast world. You are a part of the cosmic mind, a spark from the eternal light of creation. This principle does not merely exist in mystical words, it permeates daily life. Consider this. Why do two people facing the same situation experience completely different emotions? What allows one person to overcome difficulties with resilience while another succumbs? The answer lies in their minds. Hermetic masters believed, reality does not exist outside of you. It is born from you. Notice that every success or failure you experience begins with a tiny thought in your mind. Hermes once said, "Your mind is like fertile soil. It will nurture whatever seeds you plant, be they roses or weeds." With this mindset, you are not a victim of fate, but a creator of reality. In light of these philosophies, a profound question arises. If all is mind, what reality are you creating? Are you a passive dreamer, or are you the master of your own dream? The principle of mind is not merely an idea to understand, but a torch to illuminate your journey. Prepare to delve deeper into the world of mystical wisdom, where you will discover how the mind shapes reality and opens the door to boundless creativity. The gateway to the temple is open. Are you ready to enter reality as a mental structure? Discovering hidden truths. All is mind. The universe is mental. This declaration from the first Hermetic principle is not only symbolic, but also contains a fundamental truth about the universe. The reality we experience, from the home you live in, the air you breathe, to the fleeting thoughts in your mind, are manifestations of a mental structure. Imagine this world is not a physical entity, but a shared dream, where each person is both the dreamer and part of the dream. The principle of mind asserts that all things exist as emanations from the cosmic mind, just as every wave is born from the vast ocean. The universe does not exist outside of you, but within you. The cosmic mind, the engine of reality. In the Hermetic worldview, the cosmic mind, universal mind, is the source of all existence. Hermes Trismegistus describes, "The universe is in constant creation, like an artist painting a masterpiece. But this artist uses no brush or colors, only thought." From this perspective, reality is not something fixed or static. It is a continuous flow, shaped and reshaped by consciousness. Your consciousness is part of this flow, carrying the power of creation. Your thoughts are the foundation of reality. The individual mind is not just a small component of the cosmic mind, it is also the most powerful tool for shaping personal reality. The Hermetic masters taught, you become what you think about. What you focus on will flourish. For instance, if you believe in your capacity for success, your mind will shape your actions, decisions, and even perceptions of the world to move toward that success. Conversely, if you believe you are limited, that belief will create a reality filled with barriers. Reality as a mirror. Imagine the universe as a colossal mirror. This mirror does not reflect anything independently, but instead shows the thoughts and beliefs you project. If you see the world with fear and doubt, the mirror reflects a reality filled with challenges and insecurity. But if you approach it with love, gratitude, and confidence, reality will echo that light, bringing richness and harmony. Hermetic philosophy is not merely ancient theory, but resonates with modern scientific discoveries. Quantum physicists have demonstrated that reality is not as solid as it seems. At the quantum level, fundamental particles do not exist in a fixed state, but as a field of infinite possibilities. They form reality only when observed by consciousness. This reinforces the idea that consciousness is not merely a passive observer, but an active shaper of reality. If everything is a manifestation of the mind, you must ask yourself, what reality are you creating with your thoughts? Are you focusing your mind on positive intentions, or are you unintentionally sowing negative thoughts that manifest a reality you do not desire? Hermes once wrote, "The mind is not a place for chaos, but a lamp to light your way. When you master the mind, you illuminate your entire world." This emphasizes that by understanding and mastering thought, we can turn all potential into reality. The mind is not just a place for ideas, but humanity's most powerful tool for constructing a personal world and connecting with the universe. Understanding that reality is a mental structure not only deepens your awareness of the world, but also gives you the power to transform your life. The principle of mind reminds you that no matter your current reality, you always have the power to reshape it, starting with the thoughts in your mind. The double-slit experiment and Max Planck's science illuminates ancient philosophy. The Hermetic sages realized that reality is not static, but a dynamic structure shaped by consciousness. Yet, it was not until the modern era that quantum science provided strong evidence that consciousness truly impacts the physical world. Ancient philosophy is no longer a mystical secret, but is now supported by scientific experiments, most notably the double-slit experiment and the insights of Max Planck, the father of quantum mechanics. The double-slit experiment. Consciousness changes reality. The double-slit experiment, first conducted by physicist Thomas Young, opened a new door to understanding the relationship between consciousness and reality. The basic experiment: an electron, or photon, is fired at a barrier with two small slits. A screen behind the barrier records the results. Without observation, the electron behaves like a wave, passing through both slits simultaneously and creating an interference pattern on the screen, akin to ripples on water. With observation, the electron behaves like a particle, choosing one slit to pass through, and the interference pattern disappears. The observer's consciousness alters the nature of the electron. Without observation, the electron exists in a state of potential, a field of possibilities, waveform. With observation, the electron chooses a specific state, a particle. This reveals reality is not objective, but dependent on consciousness. The observer does not merely witness reality, but actively shapes it. Max Planck, consciousness as the foundation of the universe. Max Planck, the founder of quantum mechanics, declared, "I regard consciousness as fundamental. I regard matter as derivative from consciousness. We cannot get behind consciousness. Everything that we talk about, everything that we regard as existing, postulates consciousness." This statement fundamentally changed our perception of the universe. Instead of matter being the foundation of all things, Planck affirmed that consciousness is the origin, and matter is merely its manifestation. Hermetic philosophy and modern science now converge on a shared truth. Consciousness is the central creative force of the universe as a video game. Imagine the universe as a video game. Before you open the map, everything exists only as potential data. Only when you move your character into an area does the map appear, generated by your actions. The double-slit experiment demonstrates that our reality operates in a similar way. Consciousness acts as the game's controller, shaping the map of reality step by step as we explore. Where spirituality meets science. Hermes Trismegistus said, "The one who masters the mind can master everything." Now, quantum mechanics shows us that the mind not only influences individual lives, but also has the power to shape the universe. Max Planck and other physicists, through their scientific discoveries, have provided modern confirmation of ancient mystical knowledge, namely, consciousness is the origin, and reality is its outcome. The double-slit experiment and Max Planck's declarations not only transform how we understand science, but also reveal the infinite power of consciousness. If your consciousness can affect the smallest particles in the universe, why can't it also transform your life? Let's continue exploring how the principle of mind expands its influence over the entirety of our reality. The mind's influence on reality, the mind, a reality creation machine. If quantum mechanics has proven that consciousness shapes reality at the smallest particle level, it raises a larger question. How does the mind affect our daily lives? In Hermetic philosophy, the mind is the key to creation, the starting point of all things. The mind is like an artist constantly painting the canvas of life. Every thought and emotion becomes a brushstroke, shaping what appears on that canvas. Hermes Trismegistus once wrote, "What you think in your heart will reflect outwardly." The hidden door is not outside you, but within your mind. This emphasizes that the mind is not merely a repository for ideas, but the tool through which reality is created. But how does the mind influence the material world? The principle of focus. Consider a ray of light, concentrated through a magnifying glass. When focused on a single point, it becomes strong enough to ignite matter. Similarly, the human mind acts like a lens, focusing energy on specific thoughts and emotions, transforming them into reality. For example, when you focus on success, your actions naturally align toward that goal, and opportunities arise that lead you to achieve it. Conversely, if you focus on worry and fear, your mind amplifies negative situations, turning them into your reality. This principle has also been studied by neuroscientists. Research shows that repeated thoughts can create new neural pathways, making it easier to manifest or attract the things you think about. Reality as the mind's mirror. Hermetic philosophy describes the universe as a grand mirror reflecting what you think and feel. In truth, you are not merely an observer, but the creator of what the mirror reflects. If your mind is filled with love and gratitude, your reality will become harmonious and abundant. But if your mind is dominated by negative thoughts, like fear or jealousy, your life will be filled with difficulty and chaos. For instance, someone who believes they are undeserving of success may unconsciously sabotage themselves, rejecting opportunities or attracting failures that affirm their belief. Conversely, someone confident in their abilities will act with positive energy, attracting favorable conditions and supportive individuals. The link between emotions and reality. Hermes wrote, "Emotions are the voice of the mind, shaping the vast ocean of reality." This highlights the critical role of emotions. Emotions are not merely reactions, but powerful fuel for the mind. Positive emotions like love, gratitude, and joy create high vibrations, driving creativity and connecting with universal energy. Negative emotions like fear and anger lower vibrations, attracting situations that resonate with them. Studies from the HeartMath Institute reveal that the human heart emits a strong electromagnetic field, and our emotional states influence not only our bodies, but also the environment around us. People who practice mindfulness or focus on gratitude have demonstrated improved emotional states and health simply by shifting their thoughts and feelings. Creating your reality. Try this simple experiment. Focus your mind on something you want to achieve. Imagine it in vivid detail, how it feels to achieve it, the images, sounds, and even smells surrounding you. Repeat this process daily for a few weeks. By doing this, you activate your subconscious and send energy into the universe, attracting conditions that align with your thoughts. This is how Hermetic teachings encourage us to use the mind as a true creative tool. Hermes emphasized, "The mind is like fertile soil. Whatever seeds you plant, whether good or bad, will grow." Thus, the key is not merely recognizing that the mind creates reality, but learning to master your thoughts and intentionally choose what seeds to plant. If you sow seeds of gratitude, patience, and love, your reality will bloom. But if you plant seeds of doubt and fear, you will live in a garden filled with thorns. Understanding that the mind is not only an observer, but a creator is the first step to mastering reality. However, it is only through practicing focus on positive thoughts and emotions that you can fully harness its power. So, what seeds will you plant today? The modern dilemma. Fragmented attention and its consequences. The challenge of the information age. If the mind is the tool for creating reality, then attention is the energy that powers that tool. However, in the modern world, where people live amidst a continuous flow of information, attention has become a fragmented and exploited resource. Social media platforms, constant notifications, and modern technological devices relentlessly compete for our time and focus. Hermes Trismegistus once warned, "When the mind is scattered, humanity ceases to be the creator and becomes the servant of a reality built by others." Today, fragmented attention has disconnected many from their ability to consciously create their realities, reducing them to passive observers caught in a vortex of information and societal pressures. The consequences of fragmented attention: loss of focus and creativity. When attention is fragmented, mental energy is drained. Instead of concentrating on important goals, we are drawn into trivial or meaningless details, paralyzing our ability to create. Think back. How many times have you set out to complete an important task but ended up distracted by checking notifications or scrolling through social media without even realizing it? Increased stress and anxiety. Constant exposure to information overload leaves the mind with no time to rest. Notifications, emails, and work pressures create a loop of anxiety, making it difficult to find peace of mind. Loss of control over personal reality. When the mind is scattered, external influences easily shape our thoughts. Advertisements, societal trends, and environmental pressures dictate how we think and act, turning us into consumers of reality rather than creators of it. Modern research on fragmented attention. A Microsoft study revealed that the average human attention span is now just 8 seconds, shorter than that of a goldfish. This indicates we are not only losing the ability to sustain focus, but also struggling to delve deeply into meaningful thoughts or tasks. Researchers at the HeartMath Institute have also discovered that, when overwhelmed with information, humans emit chaotic electromagnetic fields, weakening their ability to connect with positive emotions like love, gratitude, and creativity. This affects not only the mind, but also overall health and energy. The dimming torch. Imagine your mind as a torch. When you focus, its flame shines brightly, powerful enough to guide your path and illuminate ideas. But when attention is fragmented, the flame weakens, leaving you in the darkness of chaos and confusion. In today's world, the torch of our attention is constantly interrupted, making it harder to control reality and dragging us into cycles of anxiety and stagnation. How to escape fragmented attention. Meditation to regain control of the mind. Hermes once said, "In stillness, you will hear the voice of the cosmic mind." Meditation not only quiets the mind, but also helps reclaim attention from distractions. Spend at least 10 minutes daily focusing on your breath to restore concentration and reconnect with your inner strength. Limit exposure to unnecessary information. Establish no-tech periods each day, distancing yourself from phones and digital devices. Focus only on important tasks instead of being pulled into irrelevant information. Build attention discipline. Dedicate specific times in your day to focus on major goals. Make a list of what you want to achieve and stick to it, avoiding distractions. Hermes Trismegistus once wrote, "The mind is like a river. If you cannot control its flow, it will sweep you away, but if you direct it, it will take you where you wish to go." In the modern world, controlling the mind and attention is not merely an option, but a survival skill. If you allow external forces to scatter your attention, you lose control of your reality. But by reclaiming your focus, you not only master your mind, but also your destiny. Attention as the ultimate tool for creating reality. In a world dominated by distractions, regaining control of your attention is like relighting the torch to guide your way through the darkness. Are you ready to take hold of your torch and begin shaping your reality? The importance of attention as a creative tool, from theory to practice. Attention as a core power. Through the journey of exploring the principle of mind, we have moved from ancient philosophies, supported by modern science, to the direct impact of the mind on reality. Now, the most important question is, how can you use the power of attention to shape your life? Hermes Trismegistus once said, "Attention is the key that unlocks the doors of the universe. When you control your attention, you control your destiny." In Hermetic thought, attention is not just the ability to perceive, but the most powerful creative tool humans possess. It is the concentrated energy through which ideas are realized and changes are activated. The central role of attention. Attention is like sunlight. When diffused, it lacks the strength to create significant effects. But when concentrated through a magnifying glass, it can ignite matter and spark powerful transformations. Similarly, your attention is the guiding light. Focusing mental energy on a specific goal to turn the impossible into reality. Everything you create in life, success, happiness, or creativity, begins with where you choose to direct your attention. Stolen attention, the greatest challenge of our time. As previously discussed, attention is now a target exploited by technology and social media. When attention is fragmented, the mind lacks the energy to create a complete reality. We become passive, following external influences rather than actively shaping our lives. Example: when you spend too much time scrolling through social media, your attention is drawn into stories and images that don't belong to you. Advertisements, trends, and societal expectations derail your mind, pulling you away from your true goals. Attention, the weapon to reclaim control. To regain control over your reality, you must learn to master your attention. Hermetic philosophy emphasizes only when you master your mind can you master your life. And only by mastering attention can you master your mind. Here are 3 essential steps to train your attention. Present awareness. Take time to sit in stillness and observe where your attention is going. What dominates your mind throughout the day? Are your thoughts filled with negativity or external influences that don't serve your purpose? Begin by observing without judgment, as if you were a scientist studying the flow of your own consciousness. Direct your attention. Once aware, actively choose where to focus your attention. Spend time concentrating on the things you want to build in life. Create a distraction-free environment. Turn off notifications. Step away from social media and focus on your highest goals. Practice concentration. Attention is a skill, and like any skill, it requires practice. Effective ways to train your focus include meditation, sit quietly and focus on your breath, or repeat a mantra, helping your mind learn to maintain stillness. Pomodoro technique, work in fixed intervals, 25 minutes of focus, followed by a 5-minute break, to improve your ability to concentrate. The mind and attention. Keys to creating reality. When you learn to focus your attention, you realize that everything in life, from health and relationships to personal success, is influenced by how you direct your mental energy. Imagine this. Spend just 10 minutes each day visualizing your biggest goal, feeling the joy and success of achieving it. What would happen? Not only would your mindset shift, but you would emit energy that attracts favorable conditions to make your goal a reality. Hermes once said, "Thoughts are like seeds. Attention is the soil where those seeds grow and become trees." Ultimately, Hermetic philosophy is not merely a collection of mystical teachings, but a practical guide to living fully. When you control your attention, you become the master of your destiny, shaping the world around you instead of letting the world shape you. By cultivating attention, you not only harness the power of your mind, but also become a creator of reality, a designer of a life lived on your terms. The path to mastering the principle of mind. Becoming the creator of your reality. The journey from awareness to action. The principle of mind, the first foundation of Hermetic philosophy, is not merely an abstract idea, but a map to mastering reality. Through this journey, we have uncovered the mind is the key to creating reality, with the ability to shape everything from the smallest thoughts. Modern science supports this truth, as the double-slit experiment and quantum principles show that consciousness does more than observe. It actively shapes the material world. Personal mind and attention are sources of power, yet in the modern age, they are fragmented by the chaos of information and societal pressures. So, How do you turn this philosophy into a vibrant reality in your daily life? The master of the mind, becoming a great architect. Hermes Trismegistus once said, "To master the mind is to master the universe." The master of the mind is not someone who avoids challenges, but someone who sees creative power even in seemingly chaotic situations. They do not let external reality control their mind. Instead, they use their mind to shape reality. Imagine yourself as a sculptor, with attention as your tool and the mind as your marble. When you sculpt carefully, patiently, and with a clear vision, you create a masterpiece. But if you allow distractions to overwhelm you, your tools will damage the marble, leaving a chaotic and incomplete reality. Becoming the master of the mind is about recognizing that you always have the power to control this tool, regardless of external circumstances. Turning knowledge into action. Hermetic philosophy doesn't stop at understanding. It demands practice. Hermes emphasized, knowledge without action is an illusion. Power is only proven through its use. Thus, you must transform these principles into a living reality. Master your thoughts. Recognize that every thought is a seed, and choose only the seeds aligned with your goals and dreams. Focus your attention. Practice keeping your focus on the things you want to create and distance yourself from distractions. Take action. Don't wait for perfect circumstances. Reality is shaped through small but meaningful actions each day. Strength from within. Unlocking infinite potential. Hermetic philosophy reminds us, each person is a part of the cosmic mind, and within each of us lies infinite potential. You don't need to search for strength externally. It has been within you since birth. However, to activate this potential, you must acknowledge that you are the creator of your reality, not its victim. Believe that your mind is powerful enough to transform the world around you. By training your mind, you not only change your personal life, but also contribute to transforming your environment as reality reflects collective consciousness. Imagine holding the key to the temple of mysteries, where all answers about life and the universe reside. The principle of mind is that key, but only you can decide to open the door, step through, and begin the journey of discovering your potential. Remember, the universe is not a fixed reality, but a composition in progress, and you are its conductor. Starting today, ask yourself, what reality do you want to create? What will you focus your attention on to turn your dreams into reality? The torch has been lit. The door is open. Step forward on your journey and become the master of your destiny. Thank you for walking this path of discovery. Take action, for your future begins with your mind today.